Like when Bump and Grind first opened, I was in high school and I would go there, afternoons after school to like study and do homework. So I sort of have a history with the place, which makes it, even nicer that I get to work here now. My favorite things about working at Bump and Grind is probably the atmosphere of the cafe, the environment that we create, and also the people that I get to work with, like my coworkers and my manager. We do have some people I would consider regulars. I can see their face and know what they're going to order. I'd consider that a regular. It's definitely a community that is built on a common love of coffee, love of music, which is what the cafe was founded on.
My name is David Fogel, and I am the founder, owner of Bump and Grind. I think providing a space and a place where people can come together and share ideas, share dreams, or just catch up is really rewarding. As we continue to grow as individuals and businesses, there will be life before the pandemic and life after. And for Bump and Grind, we closed our main location, or the location that we started in, and we were in for over 7 years.
There's a lot of uncertainty. There still is, with supply chain and stuff like that. So I think it's just generally, it has become harder to run and operate a business over the last couple of years.
We pivoted our business from being predominantly serving out of the coffee shop to doing online sales and delivering coffee beans locally. We take great pride in our espresso drinks and the drinks that we're able to serve people, and our customer service in general. And we couldn't do that for just about 2 years. Even if the conversations are brief and quick, there's energy exchange there, and we miss being able to provide that for our community. We were able to come out on the other side in a decent place. I'm excited about where we're at and where we're going.
My name is Alex Thanikat. I am one of the campus coordinators for Levine Music. I came here in September of last year, and I ended up starting to work here because I am a musician myself. So Levine was founded in 1976 by 3 women, Jacqueline Marlin, Ruth Kogan, and Diana Engel, in the basement of a small church in DC with about $300 in a dream. The sense of community and their mission statement about specifically being a community-focused and community-first music school was something very endearing. We strive to help bring music education to people from all walks of life and all ages. We have students as young as 6 months in our first music program, and students in their 80s and beyond that take lessons with us. So all of our offices were closed, and then we actually quite successfully moved all of our lessons and group classes online.
But I think what we found was all of our students have great relationships with their faculty members, and they were able to continue those relationships in the online environment.
Hi, I'm Sejal. Hi, I'm Emma, and I'm an apprentice for the GV Youth Media Summer Docs program. Well, I really like the environment. It's a pretty open environment, and everyone's pretty chill and casual. I mean, everyone here is around the same age. We're all around high school age, so I think that makes it a lot easier to just connect with the people here.
Because of the small group size, it's easier to connect and get to know everybody else in the group, and there's definitely a lot less pressure participating or contributing stuff.
It's a very quiet and peaceful place to work. There's very good people, and then it's especially in the basement, it's perfect temperature.
It's small here. It's pretty cool for a first job. I didn't have to go work at my local 7-Eleven, right, which is nice. I think everyone here has been very nice and very, outgoing.
There's not any rude people, thank God.
Something else I like is like all the resources we get. I think like all the equipment and like software we get to use is pretty cool, especially because like usually you don't have access to them because like they're pretty expensive, but like here you can like learn about how to use them and stuff like that.
At least as a volunteer, there's a lot of different things you can do. So like for writing the scripts and then also like helping with videos, we get to explore a lot of like filmmaking things. I guess here it's like a really cool place to explore a lot of different like varieties of arts. From the like first time I was here, I've always felt very like comfortable, and it's just a really like relaxed space.
My name is Camilo Montoya, and this is my first time working with GB Youth Media, and I'm running the Summer Apprentices program, and I'm teaching 2 different workshops as well. Through high school, I always knew about GB Youth because I was one of the founding members for BCC TV, the TV show, and so I always knew that they offered free media classes to local kids, and I was one of the kids who didn't have access to like paid, like expensive media programs. For me, you know, I always thought, okay, like I got this thing going for myself, like at the school where I learned how to edit, how to film, how to interview. But I was like, okay, once I get out of here, I would definitely love to be able to give back to my area, because as somebody who could not afford the expensive programs, I was like, I want to work with those kids as well. My teaching style is very unorthodox, I would say, because a lot of teachers that made an impact on me were teachers of color who had an unorthodox style, who were messing with the students, who were getting at their level, but still with the level of respect and authority, which I always really appreciated, and I was blessed to find a lot of them throughout my life. It's more of a community-based type of filmmaking. I think that's what the organization was based around. So when I'm with them, like I'm real. That diversity of backgrounds, of lives, of ways of being, I like to embrace it because that's what you find here.
Arts on the Block was started back in 2003. This is in many ways a dream organization for me. Arts on the Block, again, is really built to support young creatives. They can do that in the digital realm. They can do that through mosaic. They can do that through paint, drawing. The great thing is that it's work that's been done by young people to beautify the communities they live in, the communities they work in, and, you know, communities they may pass through. Everybody from the apprentices and studio crew work with clients. They've worked with the Department of Transportation, the Lerner Corporation, they've worked with individuals, Chase Bank, you know, so they've worked with a variety of clients. All of the skills that we try and develop in them and with them when they're with Arts on the Block are transferable into whatever career they may choose. So we try and bring together folks who are interested in creating an environment that's supportive and affirming for young people. That's really important for us. In September, October of 2021, we opened our studio that we're in here now in the library at 900 Wayne Avenue. That has been wonderful for us because we finally have a permanent home. It really allows us to have a space where folks can come and gather. Our young people can do their artwork, and the community can use this space, which I think is really important. When, you know, the governor said everybody's got to work from home and you know, we shouldn't be out, we had to pivot. Our focus was much more on teaching young people how to be better designers, to improve their basic skills in the arts, along with teaching them digital design, right? Photoshop, a little bit of Illustrator. They come here because they enjoy creating, and we want to support young creatives.
it's never a dull moment.
This is the largest library in Montgomery County. It's about 25% larger than even the next library. We serve a very diverse community here in Silver Spring. This is the only library in the county that is in an urban setting. This library was drawn up originally in the early 2000s. The county executive at that time was Isaiah Leggett, and Mr. Leggett felt it was very important for this community to have a new library and one that met all of the needs of downtown Silver Spring. I believe they broke ground in 2011, I want to say. Construction took about 4.5 years, and we opened on June 20th, 2015.
Well, we were all there in 2020, we put together the first virtual story time. We were not prepared for this. We had no idea what we were doing, but I'm like, okay, I can use this thing called Zoom. I have a camera on my computer. I have books. I can hold them up. And we had virtual programs. We had, I learned to use Kahoot. So we had not one, but 3 virtual Harry Potter quizzes on his birthday that year.
The change was noticeable, to the public, obviously, who wanted to come in and use the resources that they'd always used.
We opened back up and we were doing Holds to Go. We were basically, I think one of my neighbors called it Instacart for libraries. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. And it was just, I remember being really lonely in here. I was just desperate to start blaring some music over the loudspeaker because it was just so quiet. We were all a little bit tense. So, we were not necessarily ourselves anyway, and the customers weren't here, and it was so quiet. And you think about libraries are supposed to be quiet, and sometimes things are a little bit louder than you'd like, and you wish they were more quiet, but having seen that, I'm like, no, I want the kids making noise on the 5th floor.
So this is the Silver Spring Library building, or more appropriately, I should say, the Brigadier General Charles E. McGee Library. It was recently renamed in honor of one of the Tuskegee Airmen who lived here in Montgomery County, and everything on the building was rebranded to reflect that name change. And we're ever in the business of trying to be a resource for the Montgomery County residents.
.900 is just a massive hub for the arts. You can pretty much do every aspect of arts education here.
Centrally located in downtown Silver Spring, it's close to transportation, so you've got a lot of buses and trains that come by this area, which helps tremendously.
Community is one of our pillars, but there's a very different sense of it when compared to having your own private space and then being a part of something bigger.
I'm cool with people in the building because I'm a resident. I live down the street, so I know the manager of the building, I know the desk people that work there, and I know a few of the cleaning staff, obviously because they're Latino, so I talk to them all the time. The security people, so I knew all of them before I even met the people down here. Basically, I care a lot about this community because this is my home.
I actually don't really know that much about the rest of the building. All I know is that A, the building's super old, and B, that it's actually 2 buildings with the library at the top connecting them.
I know that it's just a library. It has a lot of art places too. It has a music center, I think, and a art studio somewhere down there.
The library is the people's university. And I think that's really what libraries are, right? They're opportunities for people to read, to learn, to do research, to get support, get help. It's a place where we can gather. And I really love being in this building. Initially, when we opened, we were the only tenants in the building.
A lot changed in the time while we were gone. Some of the organizations moved in, some of them moved out, the people in them changed. So Arts on the Block, I believe, is the newest one. It used to be a post office.
I was on staff when we moved to this location, so the library was here, and I believe we were the second ones to move into the building. And then there's been other great partners that have come along in the years.
Cafe is now Bump and Grind. It was Cafe, which there's another location probably a 4-minute walk away.
I've also been to the cafe a bunch. It has a nice ambience and the records are really cool. So.
And they also have good drinks.
Yeah, we get a lot of traffic from people coming and going from the library. You know, they come, they have a drink, they go up to study or read or whatever, and come back, maybe get another drink, you know.
And I want to make sure that folks know about the Gandhi Brigade, folks know about Arts on the Block, folks know about the Levine School of Music as much as they know about the library, right? Because I think when they find out what's in this building, they'll be drawn to come here and they'll be drawn to see, you know, what are those t-shirts that you all are selling, or what are those documentaries that you all are making, or what are those, you know, those concerts that they're having upstairs, whatever it is. But again, it is about young creatives expressing themselves and making the world better.
It's a big building. I remember getting lost in here, and like, you know, there are still customers that are like, so where do I go? Where am I supposed to go? And yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know that feeling. It's okay. It's normal.